In a Stanford audit of state-of-the-art language models, researchers found that on specific legal queries, the models hallucinated between 69 and 88% of the time. Yet across the insurance industry, LLM-as-Judge architectures are being deployed to read police reports and assign fault. This white paper takes a position. The use of pure generative AI for fault determination is a systemic risk. Linguistic fluency is not reasoning capability. The probabilistic correlation of token sequences cannot stand in for the rigid causal chains of physical reality or the deontic obligations of statutory law. Justice is a topological fact. Justice is a graph, not a probability. The failure modes are documented and they are structural. First, verbosity bias. Language models systematically prefer longer, more detailed accounts, conflating length with truth. The eloquent driver who fills 500 words obscuring a missed stop sign beats the honest driver who states 50 words of fact. Second, sycophancy. Reinforcement learning from human feedback rewards agreement. So the model amplifies the adjuster's leading hypothesis instead of filtering for evidence. Third, legal hallucination. Models invent statutes that do not exist. A liability decision built on a fabricated reading of California Vehicle Code Section 2182 is not justice. It is fiction with citations. The Veriprajna paradigm is Knowledge Graph Event Reconstruction. KGER. The architecture is a sandwich, neural at the edges, symbolic at the core. Stage 1. The language model is demoted to a semantic clerk. It reads the police report and extracts entities. Vehicle 1, driver 2, stop sign 1, intersection X, and the relationships between them. Vehicle 2 violated stop sign. Output is constrained to a fixed ontology. Even if the model wants to be sycophantic, the schema does not permit opinion. Stage 2. The entities are written into a knowledge graph. The traffic accident knowledge graph schema covers over 110 entity and relation types. Nodes for agents, objects, infrastructure, and events. Edges for spatial, causal, and deontic relationships. A driver does not narrate their fault. They occupy a position in a topology. Stage 3. Spatial and temporal layers are added. Road network geometry. Allen's interval algebra over discrete time steps. T0, T1, T2. The graph can be queried retroactively. At T-5 seconds was vehicle approaching the stop sign. What was its speed? Stage 4. The law is compiled. California Vehicle Code Section 2182 becomes Defeasible Deontic Logic. Rule 1. Approaching a stop sign obligates the driver to stop. Rule 2. A police officer's direction overrides the sign. Rule 2 outranks Rule 1. There is no sentiment, there is only logic. Fault becomes a graph traversal. The engine matches the reconstructed topology against the rule templates. Same graph, same verdict, every time. Determinism is testable. Run the same graph through the engine 100 times. The verdict is identical 100 times. The stability problem of stochastic language models simply does not arise. The architecture also handles causation, not just correlation. A driver may have an expired license but be rear-ended at a red light. The license is a violation. It is not the cause. Veriprajna runs counterfactual simulation. Modify vehicle A's speed to 0 at the limit line. Run physics forward. Does the collision still occur? If the collision node disappears in the counterfactual graph, the violation is the proximate cause. If it persists, it is not. This is not an academic concept. In March 2025, Kennedy's IQ, a major legal and insurance technology firm, launched the InsurTech industry's first neuro-symbolic AI solution. Roots Automation reports straight-through processing rates of 99% on insurance claims, with 246% return on investment. The pattern is established. The deterministic graph is replacing the probabilistic wrapper. The boardroom argument is short. Probabilistic AI is fast and impressive. In a domain governed by statute, fast and impressive is not the standard. Right is the standard. Auditable is the standard. Repeatable is the standard. A black box language model that occasionally fabricates law is a liability the insurer carries on its own balance sheet. A graph that traces every conclusion to a node and a rule is a defense in subrogation, in litigation, and in regulatory review. Asking a language model to read a police report and judge liability is asking a poet to do physics. The answer will be beautiful. It will likely be fiction. We've published the full 20-page brief. It walks through the ontology, the deontic logic, and the engineering pipeline in detail. Read it before your next claims automation review. Stop guessing. Start reconstructing.